Hi boys and girls, and welcome to your second online baritone lesson. I have my baritone here, my mouthpiece. You also need to have your homework paper, preferably on a music stand that's kind of close to you so you can see what your homework is. We did a lot in our second lesson, so I want to make sure we get through everything. So let's start with things to try. Before we get to our baritone, we want to start with our mouthpiece, of course, because we want to get our lips buzzing and get them ready to go. So let's buzz a nice long note for 6 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. And that's it. Let's do one more for 8 counts. 1, 2, ready, buzz. And now our lips, we can start to do a couple more things because they're getting a little bit warmed up. We're going to do some sirens. Remember, to buzz high, we buzz fast. And to buzz low, we buzz slow. With looser lips, and high, we have tighter lips. So we're going to do sirens, so we want to start low and slow, high and tight, low and loose. So let's try that. We'll do 2 sirens if we can. If you can only fit 1 in, that's all right. But make sure you take a big breath through your mouth. Sirens. 1, 2, ready, go. Good, let's try that one again. See if you can fit 2 sirens in. And try to go a little bit higher, meaning you're going to tighten your lips even more. 1, 2, ready, go. And those are our sirens. What else do we need to do? We need to do different ta and tt patterns, but I'm actually going to skip that until we practice our tonguing, which is step 2. So say 2, 2, 2. And now think about where your tongue goes when you say 2. It should go behind your top teeth in your mouth. So in your mouth, behind your top teeth. Now say it whispering. Say 2, 2, 2. And you should have lots of air blowing out when you do that. 2, 2, 2. I can feel it on my hand. Now all you need to do is try that on your mouthpiece, but not make any buzzing sounds. So let's try that. Now if you were standing right next to me, you'd hear that all of my buzzing sounds are starting with that same sound, even though I have the mouthpiece up. Now all we do is we tighten our lips a little bit and do the same thing until we start to buzz. So I'm going to do that in my mouthpiece. You can think of your tongue as like shooting the air out of your mouth. Almost like you're spitting, but not really, because your lips are closed. So let's try that again. See if you can experiment. Maybe do a long note and get your tongue up to your teeth. If you notice nothing else is moving, my throat and my neck aren't moving, just my tongue, because it's inside my mouth, if you watch. That's why you can't see anything, because it's just my tongue. We want a tongue all the time. So once you get that figured out, that needs to become a habit as soon as possible. So every note you should tongue. I'm going to try and remind you of that throughout our entire lesson. Alright, now we can try a couple ta and tt patterns. I'm going to play one first, then you play it. Here I go. Now for all of those, you should have been using your tongue. Think about if you did. And if you didn't, you might even want to rewind the video and try some of them again, because it's really important that you learn how to tongue. Okay, here we go. We're going to do hot cross buns on our mouthpiece. Starts high, medium, low. Here we go. We tried this last week, so let's do it again. Ready, go. Stay low. Very nice. Try to make sure that your your high notes are tight with your buzzing and with fast air. Alright, you can make up your own ton-tiki patterns if you'd like more to do. You can write them down for me. I would happily look at them. Always make sure you're tonguing. Now, we're going to assemble the baritone. So, this baritone is my size, by the way. This is not a half-size baritone. So we're going to put the mouthpiece into the baritone and give it one twist. When we're putting something metal into something metal, we want to make sure that we give it a twist so that it doesn't get stuck. If your mouthpiece does get stuck, ever, you need to bring it to school. I have a mouthpiece puller that will take it out for you, and it's not a problem. You should not use any tools on it at home, though. If someone can't get it out by just pulling it out, it's too stuck, and you need to bring it into school for me. All right, holding the baritone. We're going to take our left hand, and it's going to wrap around the baritone like you're hugging it, because we love our baritones. And then you're going to take your right hand, and it's going to stay in back, and it's going to go on the valves. And if you have a little tube that goes here, you should put your thumb underneath there and fingers here. If you have a hook like I do, you can put your finger in the hook, thumb in the hook, and fingers on top. The first valve is the one closest to your face and closest to the mouthpiece. The second valve is in the middle, and the third valve is farthest away. So let's try playing a note. We're not going to press down any valves, and we're going to see what happens. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Now, if you can match that low sound, that's what we really want. A nice loose lips, low sound. That's our low B flat. So if you look at number 5, step 5, we have our first notes, D, C, and B flat. We just played B flat if we made it nice and low. Now, notice I didn't use any valves, so let's try that B flat again. Ready, go. Alright, now we're going to try C. If you look at the circles on your paper, there are 3 circles, and 2 are filled in. The circles represent your valves, and for C, the first circle is filled in, meaning it's your first valve, and the last circle is filled in, meaning it's your third valve. So it's 1 and 3, and they go down together. Let's try C. This one is a tiny bit higher than B flat, so you might need to tighten up a little bit. Here's C. Ready, go. And now we're going to try D. D is a higher note for us between the 3. It's the highest one, and it's the valves 1 and 2. We're going to push them down together and make sure they're pushed all the way down. If they are halfway, you're going to get kind of a different sound. So we're going all the way down. Tighten up your lips a little, and let's play our D. Ready, go. Now, there is a song written in those 3 notes, D, C, B flat, D, C, B flat. What I'd like you to do is say them out loud while moving your fingers for the correct fingerings. So I would say this, and you can watch my fingers. I would say D, C, B flat. Then we do it again. So let's try that together. Here we go. We're going to say D, and it's 1 and 2, so push them down together. Ready, say D, go. D, C, B flat. Do it again. D, C, B flat. Now no fingers. B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat. Next is C, 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 C. D, C, B flat. Now, if you think you already know what that song is from the pattern, that's excellent. I'm going to tell you what it is because we're going to play it. It's Hot Cross Buns. So let's try playing it the same speed. I'm going to give you guys some reminders as we play it. I'll say no fingers for the B flats when we get to all the ones in a row, and we'll see how you guys do. Here we go. Look at your fingers. Push down 1 and 2. Use your tongue. We want a nice sharp sound. Here we go. 1, 2. Start with D. 1 and 2. Go. Do it again. No fingers. 1 and 3. Now, the better you can do that on your own without me, the better off you're going to be in our lesson. I want you to try playing it without me saying the notes as we go. All right, every time you practice this week, try to make sure you write down you were practicing under the days. We want to try to practice 5 to 7 times so that you can come in. You might even have hot cross buns memorized by next week, and that you can just go. If you can do that, you are definitely set up for success. So, hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Remember to get your parent signature on your practice chart, and I can't wait to see you in your next lesson and hear hot cross buns. See you later.